Hello KS gang and welcome back to my bullshit. My name is Sybil and today I'm here alone. If you want any of Ali or S socials, be in the description below. Ali's Etsy is also back open where they sell tarot readings, so that'll also be in the description. Guys, today we're reacting to wholesome memes because the sun's out, I'm in a good mood, and Mercury Stardust and Alluring Skull on TikTok raised $2 million for trans health care.
$2 million!
Here we go.
Thank you for $2 million!
So we're gonna keep the good vibes rolling with some wholesome memes. If you guys missed it and you want to donate to Point of Pride, I believe the link will be in both of their bios for the next 5 days still. So go check that out. If you don't know, Point of Pride offers gender-affirming care to trans people who have barriers that make it harder for them to get it, such as people with disabilities, such as low income, or people who are struggling in general to get trans health care. I don't know all the details as far as applying, but I'm pretty sure if you go to their website, there's a way for you to put in an application if you're somebody who's looking to get gender-affirming care. That includes surgeries, that also includes things like binders. So definitely check them out. I'll put Point of Pride in the description. But with that being said, we'll keep the vibes going and we'll react to some wholesome memes today. When you call your pet's name and you start hearing the pitter-patter of their little paws as they make their way to you. Oh, it's so true and cute, except now I have cats and you call their name and it's just them staring at you blankly across the room in the dark like a cryptid. Or in the middle of the night you hear them crash into something and break something. This does remind me of my blind and deaf dog Tracy though, back home in Washington. Oh, I miss her so much because when she gets really excited she does like the butt turn thing and like tip taps. Stan Tracy for clear skin. Until death do us part. But then what? I guess we're single now, huh? Yeah. So, wanna grab a coffee sometime? That's so freaking cute. I think about that all the time with the death do us part line. I'm like, so what if there is an afterlife? What if there is something more? What if our souls are forever drifting through the universe? Who knows what it could be? Is that like end of contract divorce? And if it is, can you fall in love again? Because this is so cute. I also love the little eyebrows they gave him. Oh. My goal was to graduate before I reached 100 years of age. I made it with 33 years to spare. I love wholesome memes like this that show that like you're never too old to go after your dreams. You're never too old to achieve the things that you really want to. I think it's just inspiring to see people continue to grow. I mean, obviously there's some things that make it more difficult, like financial setbacks and such. And there's definitely a level of privilege with being able to achieve a lot of the things people dream of doing. And I don't want to ignore these when I make that statement. Those are very real things. But I think a lot of the time when it's obviously not being held back by things like that, it's our own selves having a fear of failure and not wanting to put ourselves out there. For instance, my dream ever since I was like a literal child, like 9, was to do YouTube videos. And I never had the confidence in myself to do it. I didn't even get like a cell phone until I was 17. And so I just created an entirely different life plan for myself because that was just such an unrealistic goal. And then one day I decided to just bite the bullet and get over myself and post a TikTok, and it did well. And I just kept doing it and now I'm here, and obviously there's a certain amount of privilege that comes with that. But it did also make me realize that for myself, my biggest setback was not having faith in myself, not believing in myself, not allowing myself to do the things I wanted to do because of that like fear of failure. You know, nobody wants to go after the things they want and then realize that they suck or it's not well received or people don't like it. And sometimes I think it almost feels easier to not do it and leave those questions unanswered, but the truth is it's better to find out, right? Instead of looking back with regret. And in this case, this person set this goal and still went for it even though it was probably a little later in life than they had planned for. So I think that's inspiring. I think that's super cool. Not to impress girls, I saw Guts from Berserk with huge muscles and decided to gain muscles. Don't I look cute? Oh my god, I love this. This is so freaking cute. I love when people decide to make changes based on their own happiness. The idea where he's like, no, I didn't do this for girls. I did this because I wanted to feel good because I saw something and I went, gosh, I wish I was like that, and then did it. I don't know. I think that's always more wholesome than when people are like, oh, I did it because I had to. I did it for XYZ that has nothing to do with my own feelings. I love when people do the things they want to do for themselves and then hype themselves up about it. Self-love, self-confidence, self-care. Sometimes you really gotta focus on the self and what you need for yourself. A lot of selves. That is a giant bird. When he was 14 years old, Rob Kenny's father abandoned him. After he became an adult, he launched a YouTube channel called Dad How Do I that teaches kids to do things that a dad would normally teach them. He has more than 18 million views. Ow, God, that's so sweet. This is gonna be the queer point of view on this, but even like beyond that, this helps so many people. Like as a queer person who dresses masculine and didn't actually have to wear a tie till they were probably past the age that most people would learn that, I had to go to YouTube and tutorials and stuff like that to learn how to tie my tie for prom, to learn how to tie my tie for like when I accepted an award for theater. Like those are things that I didn't learn growing up that I had to learn from the internet. And also, even on another note, like my family's not super fancy. We don't get dressed up for things, so even if there was a situation before that, I don't know if I could ask my own family how to tie a tie, because we just have never been people that dress up or, you know, go to church Sundays and wear a tie or go to fancy dinners and wear a tie. So the few situations where I needed to learn how to tie a tie, I did have to go to the internet, and so that's awesome for the people that he created it specifically for and for the people that it helps beyond that. You know, not every dad out there knows how to even fix a car, so having that readily available on the internet for people is awesome. I go to the same gas station every day after work for beer and burritos. Today when I asked for my burritos, the guy said, "They're hot, I knew you'd be here, so I made a fresh batch." And that's the most thoughtful shit anyone's done for me in a while. Oh, that's so sweet. I feel like after all of these, I like let out an exasperated like, oh, but it's like how it feels in the heart muscle. Having somebody who doesn't even necessarily have to think about you, like this is somebody who's just doing their job, right? Like they're paid to show up, they're paid to sell you the beer, they're paid to sell you the burritos, but they're going that extra mile because they knew you'd be there and because they wanted to be kind and because they wanted to brighten your day an extra little bit. Like that to me is so, I know this is like a cliche thing to say, but like faith restored in humanity kind of thing, where there's so many things we have to do a day, but there's ways to do just small little efforts that can really put a smile on somebody's face. It could be as little as like getting up the courage to say, "Hey, I really like your shirt," to the stranger that has a cool shirt. It doesn't have to be a long conversation. It doesn't have to be a new friendship. It doesn't have to be some huge thing. It could just be the nice gesture of getting out of your comfort zone a little bit or just stepping out a little bit and being like, "Hey, like your shirt." Just small things like this can really brighten somebody's day, and it's shown with this where the person's like, "That's the most thoughtful shit anyone's done for me in a while." I'm in a good mood. Oh, this one's so cute. Okay, so we see Amanda and Rob, and there's a message from Amanda to Rob that says, "Are you the guy that keeps congratulating me on Duolingo? Thank you. I try to keep going even when, cause the cheers help." And he says, "Yes, that's me. Cool. I wasn't sure if you were just a super cute bot. Ha ha ha." That it's a photo of them getting married, and that is so freaking cute. Ah, and what a wholesome way to brighten somebody's day, even if he had the intent of being like, "You're cute, can I get to know you better?" You know, some people are the kind of people to like slide into somebody's DM and be like, "Hey, you're so hot, send me pics, like what's up, babe?" And this guy is like, "No, I'm gonna send you cheers on Duolingo to brighten your day and congratulate you on your progress and then tell you that you're cute." Like that's the way. Everybody learn from Rob, being a sweet person. I'm a lover of love. My grandpa, who knows nothing about video games but loves me very much and wants to relate to me. "Are you winning?" That's so cute. If you don't play video games and you don't get it, a lot of the time like parents or grandparents or uncles that want to be supportive but don't know how will literally just be like, "Are you winning?" to any game you're playing, because they want to like be like, "You having fun? Are you succeeding? Are you winning?" And it's just like cute. There's definitely been times where I'm playing Skyrim like as a teenager and my mom walked in and was like, "Hey, how's it going? Are you winning?" And it's just wholesome. Because if you've played Skyrim, like 50% of the game is not even combat. It's like selling things at the store, exploring, talking to NPCs, just absolutely vibing around the atmosphere. You could just be walking down a path and a parent will be like, "Are you winning?" And you're like, "You know what? Yeah, I am winning." Oh, this one's wholesome, but also like, oh. Teachers really used to hype up the end of year party just to serve us this, and then somebody added underpaid teachers who are trying to make an effort to their students. Growing up is recognizing like how much this shit means. Like the day where you would have movie day and you'd have a little paper napkin with a handful of popcorn on it and a juice or something, and the fact that like that's not coming from the schools. That's coming out of your underpaid teachers' pockets just to try to make your day a little more special, make you want to be there. And you know, I'm not a teacher, but I have to imagine one of the hardest parts is engaging your students and getting them to trust you and getting them to want to be there. And so when teachers are already underpaid and dealing with so much stress, then going out of their way to do a small gesture like this to try to get that engagement and try to get that appreciation and love into the classroom, that's fucking wholesome memes. Love that. But it is sad. Teachers deserve to be paid more. My English teacher says we shouldn't refer to authors by their first names because they aren't our friends. Will you confirm our friendship and let me call you Neil on my American Gods book report? The author responds with absolutely. I love that so much, and I really hope that if that person did it, their teacher didn't dock them. W author. Big dubs for the auth. Just shorten everything. Moe's Tavern, loneliest man in the world speaking. Isn't Mr. Handsome there? First initials I am. I am handsome? Thank you, Bart. I really needed that today. It's just cute. 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 Taking the idea of a prank, twisting it, spinning it, slapping it down. Wholesome. Nice. Vibes. Brightening. Got a lot of words today. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to get on a fire truck. I'm tempted to just walk my grown ass over to a fire station and just ask. OMG, it worked. And then it's him in the fire truck vibing. I love that. I love when adults will allow other people to work with their inner child, basically, I guess is the way that I'm gonna decide to phrase that. Because there is a time where somebody could shut somebody down and really just like make things worse. This guy could have walked over, been like, hey, I've always wanted to do this. Can I do this? And the guy could have been like, no, I'm working. I'm not in the mood. Get out of here. You fucking like, what are you? Like fucking 30? Like go away. And that would have been genuinely heartbreaking for him probably, like having this small childhood dream and having it crushed. Like that would suck. But the idea that this person, hey, you know what? No, absolutely, get in, have a good time, I'll take the photo for you. Like that's really sweet. It's small things like that where you can really just make something happen for someone. Like sure, that's not like a major life dream, it's not life changing, but it's certainly something that he's always wanted to do and he got to do, and that's what life is. It's like these little moments that make it worth living. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it. It helps me out a lot. If you really liked it, consider subscribing. I have a melting pot of content. I post a lot of stuff, so I can never promise you what'll be next. Like I said, my socials are in the description. And again, huge shout out to Mercury Stardust and Alluring Skull on TikTok for raising over $2 million for trans healthcare. Absolutely incredible. So inspiring. And it is going to be an annual thing, so they will be doing it again next year. But also, like I said, the link is still live. You know, I'll also put it in the bio. I'll put Point of Pride in there, and then I'll also put the donation link in the bio. So if you didn't get the chance to donate and you want to, it's there for you. And with all that being said, if I take little Minecraft pig that hangs out with me on my desk and I put him up against the screen like this, it looks like we said, bye guys.